The history of ice skating. When the weather gets icy, people like to go skating. How did this cool sport get its start? Pause the video while you write your first name, last name, and date at the bottom of your Scholastic News. Great skates! Ice skates have changed a lot over time. This speed skater zooms across the ice as fast as she can. As you read, think about how ice skates have changed over time. Can you imagine tying bones to your feet? If you had lived 5,000 years ago, you might have done that on a winter day. The very first ice skates were made of bones. How did they work? These skates weren't boots like the skates we have today. Instead, people tied animal bones to their feet. Then they skated on them. Over here, boys and girls, you can actually see a picture of one of those bone skates. Here's the bone on the bottom, and there's some leather straps that they use to attach the bone to their feet to skate on the ice. People used these skates to get from one place to another. These people lived in cold places with lakes and rivers that froze over. It was faster to skate across a lake or river than to walk around it. Fun in the winter. Over time, people realized that ice skating could be more than just a way to get around. They started skating just for fun. The ice skates changed. Now the blades were made of metal, not bones. You can skate faster on metal skates than on bone ones. Over time, skates started to look like the ones we have now. People made skates that were a whole boot with a blade attached. That made it easier and less wobbly to skate on the ice. Ice skating today. These days, you don't have to wait for a lake or a river to freeze over. You can skate indoors on a rink all year round. And there are many ways to skate for fun. You can speed skate and race on the ice. You can play hockey. You can use speed around the rink and score goals. Or you can figure skate and do cool tricks like spins and jumps. Skating is an ice way to spend a winter day. By Blair Ransford. Skates through the years. So this is the 5,000 year ago bone skates that we've already talked about, with the bone and the leather straps. Then we have from the 1600s to the 1800s metal blades that were strapped to shoes. So you would have your shoes on and strap them in. These are ones from the 1900s that have boots with blades. Today, ice skates for kids come in fun colors. This chart shows some common figure skating moves. Read the chart, then answer the questions. So here we go. We have figure skating moves. This move is named Camel spin. How you do it. You spin in a circle with one leg behind you. Ooh. This spin is called an upright spin. How you do it is you spin in a circle standing up straight. The name of this move is a split jump. How you do it is you jump and do a split in the air while skating on ice. Okay, question 1. Which move do you stand up straight? Was it the upright spin, the camel spin, or the split jump? Pause the video while you go back to find which one you stand up straight. Question 2. How do you do a camel spin? Did you spin in a circle standing up straight? Did you spin in a circle with one leg behind you? Did you jump and do a split in the air? Which one is how you did a camel spin? Pause the video while you go and look to see how you did a camel spin. Question 3. Which one do you do in the air? The upright spin, the camel spin, or the split jump? Pause the video while you think about which one do you do in the air. Bonus, aka challenge question that you still must answer. Try the moves from the chart on the floor. Which one is hardest? Would it be camel spin with the leg behind you, the upright spin, or the split jump? Make sure you use a full sentence. The move that is the hardest is...
When water freezes. Ah, water. How refreshing. You can pour it, drink it, swim in it, or even run through it. That's because water is a liquid, and liquids flow and change shape. But when water freezes, brrr, it turns to ice. Ice is a solid. A solid is hard and keeps its shape. In nature, we usually see ice in winter, when the air temperature drops to 32 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Water freezes into ice. The water in this lake is frozen. If the temperature stays below 32 degrees for many weeks, a thick layer of ice can form. But when the air isn't cold for that long, only a thin layer of ice might freeze on top. The water below the ice stays liquid. This can be very dangerous. These are icicles. They form bit by bit, drip by drip. As water drips off a roof or a tree branch, some drips fall to the ground. But some drips freeze. The drips start freezing on top of each other, and the icicle gets bigger and bigger. How did this tree get covered in ice? It happened during a rainstorm when it was very, very cold outside. Rain fell from the clouds as a liquid. But when the rain landed on the tree, it turned to ice. The tree was so cold that it made the water freeze. We call this freezing rain. If the weather forecast calls for freezing rain, stay inside. Everything will get covered in ice. The streets and sidewalks will be slippery. Sometimes ice falls from the clouds. We call it snow. Snow starts to form inside a cloud. A cloud is made up of tiny drops of water. Sometimes the drops of water freeze into ice crystals. Then they fall through the sky as snowflakes. You can do a lot of things with